Hello, we are here, live, with our coffee. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago, um, but I wanted to get this, out of the way. And I have an announcement of my life, and since I told my roommates, I told important people in my life, I can tell you guys. And it's part of why I'm making this video. Um, and, you know, yeah, just a big part of why I'm making this video. Last week was really hard for me. I don't think I went live at all. It was Jacob's spring break. Spent a lot of good quality time with him, and that was great. Awesome. The announcement that Jacob and I decided is that when Mr. Doyle dies, cover your ears, Doyle. When Doyle dies, I don't know if you know, but he's in kidney failure, so inevitably, soonish it's gonna happen. Alright, come here. So you don't take out anything on my desk. Come on. There's the Doyle. Hi. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, he's shy now. There you go. I'm talking about you. Anyway, when he goes, we are gonna start get the ball rolling on selling the house. That is a decision we made. Um, I think we made it Sunday or Monday last week, and it really impacted me, man. Um, I'm in my childhood home, for those of you that don't know. In my childhood home, I inherited it from my mom after she passed away in 2017. And, you know, and me in this home, we've just been through a lot together, right? Um, 28 years, going on 29. And there's a lot of memories, a lot of stuff that I want to keep sacred. And, you know, I don't know, it was just really hard for me to come to this decision. I always knew that I was going to leave the house eventually, but I thought I was going to be here for like 10 years, you know, not 5. Um, so it's cut a little short, but I think it's a good thing. I know it's a good thing. I know. I'll get rid of this, I think. I know it's a good thing. After I've come to terms with it, I feel so much better. Jacob and I really spend a lot of brain power just trying to make the house better, because there's a lot of things wrong with it, a lot of cosmetic things. I mean, like, even if you look at the door jamb over there, there's no molding around the sides, so it's literally just like the piece of wood. Like, it's like that around the house everywhere, and seeing that every day, it slowly weighs on us. And don't get me started on the basement, you know? So, we decided to sell. It's too much. We can't keep doing it. And especially I can't keep doing it right now, because right now I'm not working. My job is kind of like groundskeeper, caretaker of the house. Um, and it's a big house. Playing catch up for so long, I can't do it. I'm admitting, I don't want to say I'm admitting defeat, because I don't feel defeated. I just feel um, like I have outgrown or something along those lines. Oh, allergies. Doyle. But I'm excited now. And this is kind of what prompted me to talk about this, like change, just change in general. Um, a lot of people, when they come to me, whether it's a friend coming to me for advice or for a reading, normally it's about change. Something changing outside of our power, or even something that even harder, in my opinion, something that we have to change that is in our power, that we have to consciously make the decision, like selling the house, you know. Um, so it's okay for these to be hard. It's okay for change to seem overwhelming and daunting, whether you have to make the change or the change is thrust upon you. It's okay to be overwhelmed. But when you're overwhelmed, you also have to kind of take a step back and look at the change. what are the consequences, I guess? You know, and what are the new possibilities? Because with any change, there's new possibilities. When God closes a door, he opens another one, that kind of thing. Um, it's the same thing. I'm sure that me selling this house and getting a different place of living is going to open up another door. It's going to open up possibilities at the very least, if I want to go grab them. And the same can be said for many changes. A new job, um, even breaking up with a partner, you know. Um, I don't know, that one's a tough one. Breaking up with a partner, especially when you are doing the breaking up, if you know that it's unhealthy for you, even if you still love this person or whatever, and you gotta break up with them. How that's so hard, so daunting. That's like not even you. You're not even changing you. You're changing somebody else. So there are so many facets to change, so many things. Of course, it's overwhelming. But I'm here to tell you that through time and through contemplation and reflection, honest reflection, not just thinking of, I want to keep the house. I want to keep it. I want to keep it. I want to keep molding it to fit me. It's my house. Clinging. Doyle, you're sitting on the keyboard enabling filter keys or whatever. Disable this. What? Exit that out. Thank you, Doyle. Um, I lost my train of thought. Thank you, Doyle. Change. Change. That's what we're talking about. Um, Jeez, I was on a roll too. Thank you, buddy. Oh, change not only affects you, but other people and everything around you and stuff. I think that's where I was leaving off. Um, yeah. Moving, selling this house, it's not only affecting me, it's sad for me, but I guarantee you that Jacob is pretty happy. Because he never really wanted a house. And this house has been like trying to kick him out over the last maybe, couple weeks, 2, 3 weeks. Um, it's crazy how the house has been trying to kick him out. But I digress. But it also affects like my roommates, the cats, you know. Change is something not to be taken lightly, but not to overthink. You gotta listen to your gut. Um, which brings me back to I was doing personal readings for myself. Maybe like a week and a half before I made the decision, me and Jacob made the decision. They were scary readings. They were negative, like wrath, death, and like ugh, you know, um, dead things, like things dying, shedding things that which the shedding thing isn't really a bad thing, but it was just like turbulent. The readings were turbulent. And then the reading that I did, let's see, I really came to terms with it yesterday or the day before, I forget. Um, but that's when I really came to terms with it, and I did it. Just pulled one card for myself, and it was the Ancestors card. And the Ancestors card, um, right side up, mind you. When I was doing the readings before we made this decision, cards were all over the place. Right side up, upside down, everywhere. Right side up. And it told me that basically you made the right decision, jump for it. Your ancestors are there to protect you. Like you have protection in this. Do it. Um, so that was good. That was some reassurance that the deck had not told me in a while. you know. Um, so I'm feeling good about it. I wanted to share that with you guys. A change that happened in my life, or a change that is happening in my life, that I was really skeeved out about. Like, so skeeved. I was, man, it was bad. Last week was bad. Last week was a hell week. Like, for real. But now I've thought about it. I've, really rationalized it, and I've took inventory. And it's not so bad. Not really. Um, Speaking of last week, I am curious if anybody else felt the energy around, because it was like last week was bad. I don't know, like just chaotic. I guess chaotic's the right word. Chaotic energy. Like the house thing happened, and then after I was triggered by something, and it just spiraled, um, like crazy. I don't want to get into too in depth because it goes, other people are involved. So, um, but I felt like there was like almost nothing I could do to get out of the headspace I was in. It was so chaotic. It was so negative. It was so sad. Stayed in bed so much, which got a new king size bed, and it is. I'd rather, like, I don't know if it encouraged my depression, sleep, stay in bedtime, or if it just like helped it be more comfortable, because king size bed is great. Um, But last week there was just so much chaotic energy in my head and around everywhere, and it really transformed itself into something great. Um, Last week was transformational. It was like an evolution of sorts. And it was so interesting because I was chaotic. And turns out a lot of big things are happening for people around me at the same time. So I'm not saying that that's what it is, but it would make sense that, so many people I know, people I'm close to, are going through all this stuff, making these changes, having these transformations happen, and I'm picking up on them. I'm really empathic, and it would make sense. That's all I'm saying. Because now, you know, feeling a lot better. It's like the fog has moved. I'm fine, right? I'm fine. Um, trying to think if anything else happened last week. Like I said, last week was a big week. No, I don't think so. I didn't do any card readings. Yeah, that's about it. Carbon's on diapers. Carbon's got diapers. It's good. He's airing out right now. I took the diaper off and he's going to air out. I'm going to give him a bath later. But that's working really good. Let me get the website, just in case someone stumbles on this, that needs cat diapers or dog diapers. They also sell dog diapers. Um, petparentsbrand.com. That's where I got mine. They're great. If you know anybody dealing with an incontinent cat, get you some cat diapers because they help so much. um, yeah. So I am going to do card pull. Let's let's do 2 card pulls. I haven't touched the Cosmic Dancer in a while. Okay. Reminder that if you want a reading, um, inbox to inbox, just 1 card pull, just ask me. Just ask me. Seriously, a donation is like urged or like appreciated, but it's not mandatory, and odds are I'll do more than 1 card. I always go with the flow. If I'm feeling more cards for you, you're gonna get more cards. Um, but definitely, if you just want 1 card, I'll send you a picture of the card, type out a spiel, and we'll be good to go, right? You can ask questions, you can do whatever. We'll have a little conversation. Um, if you're interested in face-to-face virtual readings, send me a message. There is on the Healing Oracle page, there's a book now option. You don't have to use that. I put it there just in case people that don't know me, they might not feel comfortable messaging me. Um, but if you want face to face, depending on the reading, I do charge. Um, Donation base, I guess, would be okay with that too. Um, let's see. Yeah, face to face. There's tons of reading types I can do. Whatever's going on in your life, I guarantee that I can help somehow. We can get the ball rolling. We can talk about where to start. You know, I'm not an expert. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist. I do have a lot of psychology background, but I never finished my degree. Um, so through these cards, I use the cards and implement some of those strategies that I have learned um, to just help. Just help. I'm not trying to change your life necessarily. Like, we're not doing therapy sessions once a week, blah, 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 blah. If you want a card reading once a week, I'll do it for you. But it's not, it's not like that. We're not tackling the same issue every week, how a therapist kind of would. Um, it's card based, just kind of luck of the draw, randomizer to see how we can apply these positive themes and positive messages to our lives. And that is very therapeutic. So, we are going to get started with the Cosmic Dancer deck. I'm going to draw a card. Hello to anyone popping in. Just about to draw a card from the Cosmic Dancer deck. Earlier, I was talking about some change that was going on in my life. Okay, Cosmic Dancer. Oh, that one's just kind of sticking out. Let's go for that one. Practice daily. That's the card I got. Very true. No matter what you're practicing daily is a great tool. Consistency in whatever you're practicing is a great tool, a great skill to flex, Practicing daily. I don't do much of that. Right now, anyway. I guess I do. I guess cards. I do the practice daily. I do practice my spiritual practices every day. But I really need to practice art every day. That's a big one. Practicing daily can, it strengthens whatever skill you're practicing or whatever. Practicing doesn't have to be a skill. It can be a craft. It can be anything. Anything you want to practice. Gratitude. Positive self-talk. Healthy eating. Working out. Art. Writing. Anything. Really. And, like, in this one, she's doing a yoga pose. Maybe you can see. Well, you can see the shape. There you go. She's doing a yoga pose. And when we practice something daily, she's in the center of this, like, lotus flower type of deal. Very centered. Very peaceful, when we practice something daily, it really helps us ground. It helps us center something. It helps us anchor to something, right? That, at least in my experience, it really does. You get into a habit, you get into a cycle of, when you wake up in the morning, like, I guess something I do daily is I wake up and brew my coffee and take my meds and drink some water. This practice is something that has helped me wake up, not just because it's caffeine, although that helps. Just the act of having something to do when I get up, it used to be smoke a bowl every morning, but now it's make a cup of coffee. It helps you ground. It helps you get started. Like, that thing you do when you wake up, is pretty important. It starts the tone for your day, you know? So that's something daily, like, I would suggest working on that one first. If you're interested in, you know, practicing something daily, getting more consistent in a routine, start with your morning or night routines, because those are the two that really set the tones for your day. Excuse me. Yeah, right? Morning. Just one thing. Even if it's when you wake up, doing a stretch for 5 minutes. You know, doing some stretches for 5 minutes. Making a cup of coffee, sitting at your kitchen table, and looking out the window for 5 minutes. Something to, you know, something. I say consistent a lot, but I don't know, you know, any other word to call it. Just something consistent that you can keep doing. When you develop a habit like that, a positive habit, right? Something that's positive and beneficial to you, um, betters your life, makes your life a little easier to live, right? So practice daily. It's a good card. Doesn't have to be a craft. Remember that. It doesn't have to be a craft. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It doesn't have to be a thing that you necessarily associate with practice. Just anything. Do it every day. Pick something. And it's gonna, I guarantee you, if you're someone like me that struggles with consistency and schedules and managing time, doing a small habit like in the morning will get the ball rolling to create more habits and to practice more daily things. Um, Sound good? Sounds good to me. I'm really, really going to work hard on taking that advice. Big time. Because I think it's something my life could benefit from. Oh, this next one I'm doing is from Believe in Your Own Magic. Okay, let's go with this one. This one is Feather. Think before you judge. Something we all should do. And I am going to read the book on this one. I like this one. Short, sweet, you know, just a short, sweet little thing. Okay. 26. Did you commit to lifting up one of your sisters only to drop her down into the blaze? Examine the situation. Is your judgment justified, or is society tricking you into your stance? After all, it does have a habit of making you believe that other girls are your competition, and that they must behave perfectly at all times. Step back and take the time to figure it out. It's not always clear at first, instead of acting rashly. This card, you know, it's pretty nice. Not just girls. You know, in our society, we are taught, or we come to believe through the things we see online, on TV, politicians talking, all that stuff. We come to believe that everyone is out to get everyone, or that we are in competition with everyone. And that is not the case. We are not competing. I am not competing with anyone around me at all. No one's in competition here. Like, seriously, it took me so long. I still struggle with it. I'm not even over this yet. It's taking me so long to get that through my thick noggin that we are not in competition with each other. We are here to uplift each other, and if we all uplift each other, then we all win. That's basically it. Because when you uplift Joe Schmo over there and Sally Mae over there, then when you need some lifting, they're able to lift you. You know, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing back there? Stop it. Right? We're able to lift each other when we pool our strength, we can do anything. You know, it's so sad that society has tried to pit us against each other and mostly succeeded. Um, we need to continue to think critically about the things that we see and think critically about our own relationships and, our negative relationships and why they're negative, especially if there's no underlying reason. I am guilty of this big time. Um, and it's hard. It is hard to deal with. I'm not judging anyone. I'm not, and I hope no one has ever judged me. Oh, I'm sure they have. For being like this because, we all struggle with it. I have not met a single person that doesn't really struggle with this idea. Whether it's competing, and judging for someone in your workplace, in the gym, on your timeline, uh, random meme that you see of someone. There's this guy that he's just sitting down. This dude is just sitting, doing nothing. And he's a little roly-poly. He's got a little gut, Me too, bud. But he's got pants on, and they come up like here, You know how dudes, like, if they wear pants over their tummy, sometimes it looks, it looks different because you're not used to it. At least for me, I'm not used to it, so it looks a little weird. But he's got a belt, so it's kind of like cutting in a little bit. And the caption is me sitting down in high-waisted jeans. And, like, and? What's the point? Are you trying to say that this dude just sitting there, we're judging him for just sitting there? And then that means when I wear my high-waisted jeans out somewhere, people are judging me and the way I look sitting down in my high-waisted jeans. And that's not good. This is a seemingly small thing that carries over to so many aspects of life. This meme culture where we, take a picture of somebody and it's a meme now. I don't know. Am I the only one who sees something wrong with that? I don't know. But anyway, just think before you judge. Sure, you can make judgments. It's how we survive. Judgments are needed. But you don't... Not like that. Right? Be a little, critical thinking. Critical thinking. Why are you making your judgment? What are the implications of your judgment? And what are the consequences of your judgment? These are things that we always need to think about. With that being said, I'm done for the day. If you, like I said, if you want to reach out to me, let's schedule a reading. I do offer weekly readings, monthly readings, one-time readings, whatever you want. We can make something work. My prices aren't set in stone, so we can make a sliding scale. It's, it's fine. Reach out to me. If you feel the need to reach out to me, reach out to me. This is not... If you're seeing this and thinking, maybe I want a reading, it's not random. Reach out to me and act on that impulse, or on that thought. Do it. It's gonna be good. I promise. Alright, so I'm gonna go skedaddle, do something with my day. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Continue to have a good week. I might be on sometime later this week. We'll see. But if you're missing me, remember, I'm a message away. Alright? I love all of you. Please be safe out there. Alright? See ya.